Welcome to this video, guys. In this video we're going to learn about the request response model in client server architecture. Okay, so in the client server architecture, always client will send a request, okay, and server will process that request and it will give the response. Okay, so what the server will do, server will keep the information in a structured way in a database. Okay, I mean, it will arrange all the data, and whatever the media files they will arrange in the file system, they'll keep in the file system. Okay, based upon the request given by the client, okay, server process that request. Okay, and it will pick either from the database or file system, or itself it will compute and it will give the response to the client, okay, based upon the business use case. Okay, now I have told it is give the request, it will give the response. Now we're going to see how the structure of the request will be and how the response will be. Okay, let's suppose say an example of a movie tickets we are booking. So how the request would be. Okay, if you see, this is the request. Okay, in the request, the first thing is URL, which is indicating which server client have to connect. Okay, so to book a movie, what we will do, we will go to book my show, right? Otherwise some application which is related to the movies, so we'll click on that particular app, I mean particular website, which is indicating that we are connecting to their servers. Okay, so this is the one HTTPS, it is a protocol means a set of rules, right? And then we will give the IP address. Okay, in real time we will give the domains. These domains are attached to this IP address only internally, so which is indicating which server I have to connect. Okay, server will run on port, okay, by default port is 8080. Okay, and then we have to tell the routes, okay, which is indicating what where we have to go exactly. Okay, in our case, let's suppose that we're going to movies. Okay, movies is a route, and then we have a methods, we can say verbs also, methods, so it is indicating what is the action we have to do. Okay, so server, we are telling the server that this is the action you have to do. Either I am doing the get, okay, that means I want that some data from you. So client is telling I am doing post, means I am giving some data to you. Based upon that you do the request. Put also says similar kind for updating the things. For delete, okay, there is some more methods are there, but we mostly use these four methods. Okay, coming to the header, which is carrying some data, metadata we can say. So what this data indicate, the server first validate before going to process something. Server will validate, is this the right person, okay, or not. Okay, is this person have authority to do the particular action or not. These kinds of all those things server have to validate. To validate those things, client have to provide some metadata, that is we will provide in the headers. Okay, coming to the body is most of the time optional, it will only available in post and put. Okay, so what the body is indicating, let's suppose say I want to see some movie. So what kind of movie I want to see, either a comedy, romance, violence, what kind of movie, action movie I want to see. And we have to, client have to pass some input data. So based upon the input data, only the server can process to what he exactly want. Okay, based upon that he will give, right? So to send this kind of input data, we will use this body. Okay, this is about the request structure. Coming to the response structure, okay, once let's suppose say we are talking with a person. Okay, we are telling about some agreement, some idea to the person. Okay, by seeing his face we can, I mean, find out some expressions, right? He is okay agreeing our idea, or he's not agreeing our idea, or he has some personal problems. Some kind of expressions we can see from human face, right? And similar kind is in server also give some expressions, that is called status codes, which is indicating a particularly, I will tell you, 200 series indicating that whatever the client is requested, server is fulfilled that request, that is 200. Okay, we can say success response. Okay, 400 series will indicate that something is wrong from the client side. Okay, okay, he is expecting something but he is not giving the right data to do the process, so it is something wrong at the client side. And 500 series indicating that something wrong at server side. Okay, so server have some technical issues, so it cannot able to process the request you have given. Whatever the input you have given correct, but server side there is some issue. Okay, these are the main series which is indicating, uh, different expressions of the server. And coming to the headers, okay, headers also will indicate what kind of content type I am going to give to you, what kind of cache control I have, so that the front end, the client can handle based upon the things we given. So body is the one in which we will send the data which is required to the client, okay, based upon his request. Okay, maybe HTML, JSON, sometimes files, videos. Okay, these all kinds. This is about the request response model. Let's go to see, we will going to see some other models. Okay, anyway, we have so many communication models are available. I will just give an intro because mostly we will going to work on request response model only. Okay, these many communication models are there. I just give a small description about each one. Okay, but where the coming playlists are, projects were going on request response model only, because this is the one we are using vastly nowadays. Remaining things also we are using, but I'm not teaching all those things. Okay, coming to this one, request response model, I just explained the publish subscribe model. Okay, if you see, we have a real-time chatting applications. Okay, Slack, WhatsApp, some IoT applications. Okay, we will use this publish subscriber model. What this model is, there is one broker. Okay, so the publisher who wanna send the messages, it will send to the broker, and the subscribers, okay, we will subscribe to the particular topic. Okay, the topic which the publisher is sending it, right? So when he send this message to the topic, and this broker will distribute the topic to all the subscribers who are subscribed to that particular topic. Okay, so this is the public subscribe model. This is the asynchronous and event driven architecture, completely decoupled. I mean, publisher and subscriber are completely decoupled, only broker will handle all these things. Coming to the push model, so in the push model, only server actively pushes the updates to the client. So we will get a lot of time notifications. Okay, WhatsApp, Instagram notifications. Okay, we don't subscribe to anything, but it will come. Okay, uh, so this is the push model. Server will push this data. And coming to polling model, in polling model, client will check each time, is there any message to me, is there any message to me. So it will check each time, like emails and refreshing outlooks, these all things will do the polling. Okay, coming to the streaming model, so we will watch a YouTube live, Netflix, sports and everything, right? This is a streaming model. Okay, what streaming model, server continuously flow the data, okay, chunk by chunk, okay, in a real time, okay, in a low latency. So let's suppose we're watching the cricket or football, then we have to, you know continuously we'll stream the data and we'll see. Of course, in a video chats, online gamings, these kinds of all things comes under streaming model. Last one is peer-to-peer communication. If you see, sometimes we will download a videos, right? Here the interesting part is there is no server. Both sides are the clients only. Okay, but what they will do, they will make a connection and they will transfer the data from one client to another client. So it is called uh, peer-to-peer communication model. Okay, but it is very security wise, it is not good. Okay, this is the other models, guys, but we are mostly focused on request response model. Thank you for listening. That's it from the video.